We ride our video monitors to Kentucky, and that's a mugshot. A local sheriff you see right there is behind bars right now, accused of shooting and killing a judge inside that judge's chambers. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca joins us now. Omar, that sheriff is now facing murder charges. What a story.
That's right. And let me kind of set the scene here. This happened in Whitesburg, Kentucky, which is about 145 miles southeast of Louisville. Letcher County is where it happened, and the Letcher County Sheriff is Sean Steins. That's the mugshot you saw there. He's charged with first-degree murder after investigators say he shot and killed Judge Kevin Mullins. Now, the local paper there, the small paper, the Mountain Eagle, says the sheriff walked into the courthouse and then into the judge's office and actually told the judge's staff he needed to speak with the judge privately, so the two went into his chambers and then closed the door. The paper says that's when people heard gunshots. And they also mentioned that the sheriff walked out with his hands up and was arrested. The judge was shot multiple times and responders tried to save him, but he died. Now, here's the thing. We don't know a motive yet. There are a lot of rumors swirling, especially in a small town, but nothing concrete. But we do know that based on court paperwork, there was a 2022 case in which a woman sued, saying a local deputy coerced her into sex acts in exchange for leniency on her punishment. And those acts took place in Judge Mullins' court. Now, Sheriff Steins, we want to be clear here, was not named in that suit as someone who was part of the assaults, but he did fire that deputy and was actually deposed earlier this week. So right now, we don't know a motive. A lot of things swirling around. There's an arraignment next week. We'll find out exactly what happened and why, hopefully next week. Reed?
All right, Omar, we know you'll be on it. Thank you so much.
What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this maddening Monday. I'm doing pretty good myself. Hope you guys had a very, very nice, relaxing weekend. Well, now, what do we have here? You understand? I mean, we got the so-called crime fighters committing crimes, killing one another. From the way it seems to me, you know, poor Judge Mullins had his life taken by this Sheriff Steins right here, okay? And it is said because it has something to do with Sheriff Steins failing to investigate a situation that took place maybe some years back with one of his deputies actually raping, a female inmate, several times in Judge Mullins' chambers. You understand what I'm saying? So more than likely, that's probably what it stemmed from. And the sheriff deputy that was, in question in this, his name is Ben Fields. And this is him here, who is the one that's in question. You understand? This guy basically only got like 6 months for all the crimes that he did against this female inmate. When she couldn't pay her probation fees or whatever, he set up an arrangement to actually have sex with her, in those chambers. He even removed her ankle monitor bracelet, and as a result of that, he did plead guilty. But the thing is, he only got 6 months, basically on probation, and no, not on probation, but in jail. 6 months in jail and 6.5 years on probation. Okay, so what they're saying is actually the sheriff, he failed to investigate this guy properly, and I guess he didn't like the fact that Judge Mullins would be a key witness in this entire situation right here. So there was some words, passed in that judge's chambers that day, and it resulted in the end of Judge Mullins' life. Ain't that just a shame? It's getting to the point to where not even judges are even safe. Now, to get into this particular article right here, it says Kentucky Judge Faley shot inside his chambers by local sheriff, police say. Here's what we know so far. Judge Kevin Mullins was pronounced dead at the scene, and Sean Steins was arrested and charged with murder. And this is Sean Steins right here and Judge Mullins. These guys, as a matter of fact, it is said that Steins, Sheriff Steins here, was actually the bailiff, several times in Judge Mullins' court, and then you turn around, you have something like this happen. Okay. Now, it says here a judge was fatally shot in his chambers by a local sheriff after an argument at a courthouse in Whitesburg, Kentucky, on Thursday. State police say. District Judge Kevin Mullins, 54, was pronounced dead at the scene. Letcher County Sheriff Sean M., which is Mickey Steins, 43, was arrested and charged with murder. Sadly, I have been informed that a district judge in Letcher County was shot and killed in his chambers this afternoon, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear wrote in a post on X. There's far too much violence in this world, and I pray there is a path to a better tomorrow. Yeah, and it seems like it's spilling over more so in the judicial system. By their own hand, as this story will have it. To continue here, it says the shooting happened at approximately 2:55 Thursday when Kentucky State Police received a 911 call from the Letcher County Courthouse in reference to shots being fired from inside the building. State Trooper Matt Gayhart said in a Facebook post, several law enforcement agencies and emergency medical services responded to the scene and found Mullins with multiple gunshot wounds. Life-saving measures were attempted but unsuccessful, Gayhart said. Steins was taken into custody at the scene without incident and charged with one count of murder. At this point, you have to wonder, was murder even a conspiracy? In other words, did this dude actually think about doing this to the judge? That's what it seems like to me. And it's a good chance that it could have been. Who knows? But to continue here, Mike Watts, the Letcher County Circuit Court clerk, told the Associated Press that he saw Mullins and Steins inside the judge's chambers about 3 hours before the shooting when he went to ask Mullins to sign some papers. Mullins and Steins were getting ready to go out to lunch together, Watts said. It seemed like an ordinary interaction, except that Steins seemed quieter than usual, Watts told the AP. That's because he probably had murder on his mind. And here's his mugshot. You know what I'm saying? Not good at all. See, there's so much corruption in these little old towns and stuff like that. The police department, the courts and all that kind of stuff. They interact there like family, and there's a lot of corruption going on. So somebody didn't do what they were supposed to, and somebody had to speak up about it, and this is what we have here, okay? Now to continue here, it says the shooting sent shockwaves through Whitesburg, a town with a population of approximately 1,700, located 145 miles southeast of Lexington. This community is small in nature, Gayhart said at a news conference on Thursday evening, and we're all shocked, shook. Matt Butler, the lead prosecutor for Letcher County, said in a statement he is recusing himself from the case because of close family ties to the slain judge. We all know each other here. For example, anyone from Letcher County would tell you that Judge Mullins and I married a pair of sisters and that we have children who are first cousins but act like siblings, Butler said. For that reason, among others, I have already taken steps to recuse myself and my entire office. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman said his office will appoint special prosecutors to fully investigate and pursue justice. Okay? Yeah, well, this right here is a capital offense, but it's done by the hands of a sheriff. Ain't that something? A sheriff that shot a judge. Just got him out of there just like that. This is a capital offense right here. So if you're going to prosecute, you better go for the gusto. That's what it boils down to. Now, it says here what we know about the victim and the suspect. And it reads, Mullins has served as a district judge for Kentucky 47th District court in Letcher County since 2010. Before his judicial appointment, Mullins served as assistant Commonwealth attorney in Letcher County and primarily focused on drug-related offenses, according to CNN. Okay. In conclusion here, it says the AP noted that Mullins was known for promoting substance abuse treatment for people involved in the justice system and helped hundreds of residents enter patient residential treatment. He had recently been appointed to a state judicial commission on mental health. Steins was elected sheriff in 2018 and re-elected in 2022, according to the New York Times. Steins has been named a defendant in 2 federal lawsuits as sheriff, including one involving a former sheriff deputy who was accused of sexually abusing an inmate. Okay, and that was Ben Foster, who has since been, convicted or whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of dirt going on in this situation right here. Seems like it would make a pretty good mini series. You know what I'm saying? As to get into detail as to what really went down in this situation. But whatever it is, we can see that, hey, not even judges and sheriffs are off limit for committing crimes among themselves. And the thing is this, it's going to get worse. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.